Hey everybody, Chris Munson here. In our minds exists fantasy, the imagination, the realm of intuitiveness, where we're able to construct what possibly may be in an area that isn't. And I put it like that because when you're thinking, when you're imagining, when you're fantasizing, you're in the ethereal. What you're seeing without your eyes, like you're seeing it with your mind's eye, if you will, is not real. However, we're all able to do this. What you see in that, if you are truly a very competent person, you will understand there is a clear difference between what is real and what is not. We're living in a world where people are so surrounded by imagination that they cannot tell the difference. That's why we get people who believe that they can go from male to female and from female to male. That's why we have people that truly believe that love is simply sex or can be considered different things. Once you start to break down these real barriers between what is and what is not, and start feeling the void and feeling the divide with imagination, you start to see chaos in the world. Now, any of you who watch me, I know that you guys have different people that you watch and you listen to, so you know and you have heard of order through chaos. You understand what that means. I feel a lot of pity for people who believe that they can go from one gender to another, because it's fantasy. Ultimately, nothing changes except for your physical form, your social, your your clothing. It doesn't change who you are. But for a lot of people out there, they believe that they can completely become another human being altogether. And it's sad. It really is sad. Where all you have to believe is that you just say that you are. And if people accept you for what you say, then that's what you are. By that manner, by that fantastical realm of things, I am a millionaire, and if you disagree with me, you have to give me all of your money so you can make me feel like I'm right. And that's where the difference lies. The difference between what is and what isn't is what you can feel and what you can think. You see where I'm going with? People can think a lot. People can feel a lot. You can empathize. You can think outside the box. Both of these things are in the ethereal. Okay? You might be able to feel one or the other. Like, for example, when I was a child, my grandfather showed me a way to be able to use my memories in such a way that I can remember what I was tasting and taste whatever it is that I was eating a couple days ago. I can taste it in my mouth as I think about it. It's a part of the construct that you are inside of. Okay? Just because you feel something does not mean that's what it is. There are people out there who feel nothing. Does that mean that nothing exists? Of course not. There are people who are born psychopaths who have no empathy whatsoever. Does that mean that feeling does not exist? Of course not. You and I feel. So clearly, just because someone feels one thing does not change the whole. So when there's people out there who want us to flip our entire understanding of what is and is not over, I guess you could say, vain, selfish beliefs, then you get chaos. Since we've allowed people to believe that they can love someone of the same gender The same way that you would love someone as husband or wife, the mother of your children, the father of your children. The moment you break down that barrier, so much chaos can come about. It seems so strange to say that, but you got to look at the starting points here. How long it took for these evil beings, these worshippers of Satan, have taken their time to sow the seeds of society in such a way that they can get the output that they've gotten with what we're dealing with right now. And it takes minor details. This is why when it comes to the Illuminati and the other groups, they understand that these things can't come about in one lifetime. It takes multiple lifetimes. But it takes process, step by step process. When I was a child, they implemented a lot of Disney and other kinds of TV shows that brought cartoons. So, in my time frame, I was so self-absorbed with things that were literally absolutely not real. The only thing that was real were the voices I was hearing of voice actors. But in my mind, I made reality out of fiction. All this did was make me believe that there's a possible reality that exists outside of this one that's for SpongeBob, or for Ren and Stimpy, or any of these other things. In my mind, my grandfather told me about there being multiple dimensions that existed. In a child's understanding, who grew up with cartoons, I literally thought, oh, so that means there's there's an infinite amount of universes that exist, and each single one is just a shade different from the other. He didn't say that. He did say that there's multiple dimensions, but he didn't say that there was, there was a realm that anime is reality. He didn't say that there was a realm that, whatever else. Fucking, I'm trying to think of another kids' TV show. Now, aside from Ren and Stimpy, the SpongeBob, heck, something in my dad's time frame. The Looney Tunes. We've been so immersed in what is fictitious, it's becoming difficult for people to turn away from. Stuttering issue. To turn away from what is not real to what is real. And I say unto you, this doesn't mean that we need to reject people who are stuck in this, because the more that we reject these people, the more that we push them away for their vain beliefs, the more that we're helping them build their own barrier around them. This is why the Lord Jesus Christ wanted us to love our enemies. Because there's going to be people out there that we would almost consider an enemy simply because they are lost to the tools of the devil. And that is one of those tools, is imagination. It doesn't mean that it is completely evil. Just like it doesn't mean that alcohol is completely evil. Yeah, drinking and becoming an alcoholic, yeah, that's fucking evil. But it's just to yourself. The extensions from therein are from your own choices, after which you're an alcoholic. But alcohol can be used to help with surgery, help with disinfecting. There are good things in this world from everything. But it doesn't mean that everything can bring goodness. Goodness is goodness. Evil is evil. So let's not get these things mixed up. When we push against people who are stuck in these false realities, when we push them away, we're helping them to get lost to it. So in and of ourselves, doing that, we are essentially doing evil to them. We need to save these people. And all it is just simply bringing up this point. You're not a woman. You're not a man. You're not this, you're not that. Whatever it is that they got lost in their head, that you know the difference between the two. You just remind them simply, well, it's not what you are. And if they want to go into and argue about it, you simply cut to the chase. You're the soul within. And if they don't want to talk after that, so be it. let them be lost. All we have to do is bring the right light to the moment. You gotta hand them the rope. Whether or not they take the rope is up to them. That's part of free will. We cannot take that from them, just as God did not want to take that from us. When He gave us Christ, He was giving us an opportunity to save ourselves. Please think on my words. God bless you all. Good luck. Christ be with you.